Our State Theater of Culpeper has been showcasing the arts to everyone. Now, of course, as we all know, the big ticket acts that come into town like Jerry Lewis, Marty Stewart. This is but a mere fraction of what the State Theater has to offer. In fact, recently, they have paired up with the arts organizations here in town, and they have made the Arts and Cultural Center in Culpeper, which is now housed in the State Theater of Culpeper. So let's head inside and learn more about what this means for you and the arts. Well, we've come inside the State Theater of Culpeper into what is affectionately termed the Fresh Air Gallery. And joining me now is the Vice Chair of the Arts and Cultural Center in Culpeper, Keith Price. Keith, first off, thanks for taking time to talk with us today.
Well, thank you, John. Glad to be here.
Now, I have a couple questions and a little bit of clarification. First off, State Theater is a beautiful venue here in downtown. But I guess my first question to you is, how did this become the Fresh Air Gallery and not maybe some other location?
Well, in 2012, the town established the Arts Council to advise the town council and staff on arts policy, public arts policy, and also was charged to find a location for an arts center. Looked at a few places around town. You may recall there was a feasibility study done at the old utility buildings down on Spring Street. We also looked at the old museum building, which is now vacant, down on South Main Street. For various reasons, those locations weren't suitable. And so we entered into discussions with the State Theater, who graciously offered to make their space available to serve, in addition to a theater space, also for gallery space for the Arts Center, which is how we ended up here back in the spring.
Why exactly have this exhibit? What does it do for the community?
Well, it gives people one more reason to come to Culpeper. Mm-hmm. We already have the State Theater, which is already here, which is, as you have mentioned, a fabulous facility for performances and films and other things. We also have the Mount Pawnee Library of Congress Film Archive just outside of town. We have Winmore, so there's already a vibrant arts community here, and we want to help provide another focal point for that arts community and to give artists in the region throughout the state and even beyond that another reason to come to Culpeper to experience what we've got here in town and to make this a destination for folks who are interested in that kind of thing. What you see here in the three gallery spaces that we've got up currently is the current show, Best of Piedmont, which will run through the 16th of November. It will have been open for a couple of months. Then after a brief turnaround time, we'll have the next exhibit, which will come in, which is A Winter's Tale, which will run from the 19th of February into mid-January. And so different artists will bring in different works, and we'll display those. And all these works of art are also for sale. So in addition to being a gallery space where you can come in and enjoy and appreciate a changing art exhibit every couple of months, you can also purchase this stuff to decorate your own home if you so choose.
I have had my eye on a couple of pieces. Good. So if you want to go halvesies, we could certainly do that.
Well, we may need to do that.
All right, so how are these artists gathered? I mean, obviously there are local artist groups in the area, but I mean, how do they gather all this beautiful art?
Well, the ACC board has an exhibit subcommittee who reaches out to groups of artists, in this case throughout the Piedmont, throughout the state, and just make known the fact that we're putting a show together. We solicit their submissions and gather it together that way. And we were very successful with this. I can't remember exactly how many artists we had, but it was at least a couple of dozen folks submitted artwork for this current exhibit.
I really only have one more question. I don't see your painting on the wall, and I was really curious as to when you will be joining the exhibit.
Well, as soon as I buy a new set of crayons and construction paper, I'll have my stuff up.
I have the safety scissors, so we'll go ahead and make one together.
And the Elmer's paste.
The only way to go. All right, well, Keith, I'm excited. The beautiful artwork that's on display and will be on display for a number of months to come. So if I'm interested in swinging by, stopping by, taking a look at the exhibits, when would I be able to do so?
Yes, we'd love for members of the public to come by and appreciate the quality of artwork that we have in this area. So currently the gallery is open, the Arts and Culture Center in Culpeper is open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there'll be one of our volunteers on duty to answer any questions that you may have. If you're interested in buying any of the artwork that's up, and it's all for sale, we can take that information and facilitate that taking place. So we hope to expand from that, but currently those are the hours that we hold, and we'd be thrilled to have people come by.
Well, you know, my money's a little tight lately, so how much does it cost to come in and take a look at the exhibits?
Oh, it's absolutely free.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Yes. Yeah, free to the public, so it's a free art gallery, and it's a very high quality works of art that, we're very fortunate to have it here in Culpeper. So please come by Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays from 10 to 2.
Joining us now is the chairman of the Arts and Cultural Center in Culpeper, Miss Elizabeth Hutchins. First off, Miss Hutchins, you have to be really proud about what's going on here in the Fresh Air Gallery.
I'm excited, thrilled. It's been a long time coming. Culpeper has wanted an art gallery, a public art gallery and an art center for many, many years, and I've been working through different organizations to try to help that to happen, and we're thrilled it's here. We're very grateful that the State Theater offered the space to us.
Now, as we look around, as I mentioned earlier, I'm really just taken aback by the talent that I see all around me. And talk to us a little bit about the range of exhibits that we have here.
And I think the goal of the Arts and Culture Center is to exhibit all types of art. It's not just what some people consider to be stale, old, traditional art. We're interested in all phases, all kinds of art to showcase what our community has to offer, whether it's sculpture or pottery or painting, jewelry. We're interested in having an opportunity to showcase all of that.
I'm looking around, I see still life, landscapes. There's one right over my shoulder that the folks will see. It's just, I think it's absolutely stunning. And then as you mentioned, we have pottery, ceramic right behind us. It really is amazing. And I've been talking with Stephen Barker, who we'll talk to in just a minute. And their tagline for the State Theater is showcasing the arts to everyone. And this partnership with the Arts and Cultural Center, or this becoming the space for the Arts and Cultural Center, really has to mean a lot.
It does, and the theater, State Theater, has been wonderful with the school system, offering opportunities for our students during the day. And when the students are here, they have the opportunity. There are at least 2 student groups that I'm aware of who came through to watch a film and had the opportunity to view the art as well. So they get that exposure, something that they don't always have the opportunity. Even if their parents have the interest, they may not be able to bring them. So if they're here to see the film, they have the opportunity to see the art, and that's true of everybody.
How does one go about getting some of their work involved in one of the shows?
Well, we have a link on the State Theater website. We have a Facebook page, the Arts and Culture Center in Culpeper, and the applications to submit art are located on, you can find them at both places. You certainly can call the State Theater, and they can direct you to one of us to help you if need be. But most of it's done online. The exhibit committee has a list of artists. If an artist is interested in getting involved and wants their artwork showed, then they need to contact us through the Facebook or the website to get their names on the list so they can get the updates and show dates so that they can be included.
All right, we're joined now by Stephen Barker, who is the Events and Outreach Coordinator of the State Theater of Culpeper. Now, again, Stephen, familiar face, and in our program, we talked during the Spotlight. We talked about this program going on, this Arts and Cultural Center in Culpeper. What does that mean for not only Culpeper, but also the State Theater's involvement with partnerships?
Well, I think what's awesome about being able to create the Fresh Air Gallery is that it makes the State Theater more so a arts venue for all things. We are able not only to bring amazing performances to the stage, but we're also able to bring these fantastic paintings and sculptures and quilts to the State Theater so people can come in and appreciate all forms of art at the same time. And therefore we are showcasing the arts to everyone.
I do love that tagline, and as we walk around, one of the things that we've discussed today is it's not just going to be one exhibit that lasts throughout the year. I really love the idea that it rotates, and we have new exhibits coming up, new themes throughout the year. We were talking with Miss Hutchins just a moment ago. Currently, we're looking at the Best of the Piedmont, Winter's Tale. Talk to us about some of the other things that might be coming up in the future.
Absolutely. Well, Winter's Tale is all about what winter means and does to the spirit and the soul and how it's more introspective. We move on from that show, which is an all arts show, to a photography only exhibit called Cabin Fever. That was kind of the exhibits committee's brainstorm of, well, what's going on during the winter? Well, we're all stuck inside. Well, then Cabin Fever. After that show, so the Cabin Fever show will be January through March. And then in March, we are very excited. We get to do 2 smaller shows with Culpeper County Schools. The first show will be the elementary school show, so the Art of Learning. And then right after that will be the Spring Spotlight in connection with the Culpeper Schools choirs coming to perform here at the State Theater. What happens after that in April is anybody guess. The committee is still working on some themes, but we hope to have something exciting for the rest of the year as rest of the season, so that everybody can come in and see art on the walls, art on the stage, art in the black box, art everywhere.
All right, again, just as we talked with Keith earlier, Ms. Hutchins, and now you, it's really important that people, well, at least that I understand, it's the generation of and cultivation of partnerships that is really going to sustain this and pretty much any program where we are showcasing the arts.
Absolutely. You know, the success in the arts is always through collaboration. It's always through working together, building bigger partnerships, both with nonprofit organizations as well with our local business organizations. So it's not just about the ACC and the State Theater Foundation working together. It's also about the local businesses sponsoring arts, sponsoring shows here at the State Theater, funding the opening receptions for the gallery program. Anything else that supports the arts in Culpeper is really an investment in their community. I think I've said it before, for every dollar invested in the arts, $7 will come back to that municipality. Absolutely. So when we're open Thursday through Saturday from 10 to 2, that is a perfect time for someone to come down, see the gallery, go to one of our local restaurants, have some lunch, maybe visit one of our other downtown merchants, and that's where those dollars return. So every moment you come and support the arts, you're supporting that town.
Well, again, I want to thank you not only for working with the Arts and Culture, making this the Arts and Culture Center, State Theater Foundation, a great partnership. Looking forward to see what comes through it in the future.
Absolutely. We're glad to have them here, and we're glad to have everything happening.
Well, we'd like to say thanks to Elizabeth Hutchins, Keith Price, and Stephen Barker for taking time to talk with us today about the new Arts and Culture Center in Culpeper being housed at our State Theater. Again, if you want more information, please log on to their Facebook page or also head over to culpepertheater.org and click Gallery. In the meantime, as you get more information, maybe volunteer or perhaps enter in your own artwork, we look forward to seeing you at one of the many events at our Culpeper State Theater. Until then, you have yourselves a great day and a better tomorrow.